At the start of the Security Council meeting, a moment of silence for those protesters shot dead by Israeli snipers. US Ambassador Nikki Haley was not in her place as the others stood on their feet. And when the meeting started, she took a very different tone from other members of the Council, the US's closest allies questioning the volume of live fire used by Israel, calling for an independent inquiry and calling for restraint. But the US ambassador blamed Iran for the region's troubles and insisted Israel had shown restraint.
I asked my colleagues here in the Security Council, who among us would accept this type of activity on your border? No one would. No country in this chamber would act with more restraint than Israel has.
Bolivia's ambassador read out the names of some of the dead.
Es Eldin Musa Mohamed Al-Samak, 14 años de edad.
And he then addressed the Palestinian ambassador, Riyad Mansour.
Pedir disculpas.
I'm sorry that for 70 years the promise of the creation of the State of Palestine has not been fulfilled. The international community has failed you.
When Ambassador Mansour later addressed reporters, he seemed close to tears.
Although it is Nakba Day, but I am proud to be a Palestinian. Proud to be a Palestinian belonging to those heroes in Gaza, to those heroes in Jerusalem, to those heroes in the occupied Palestinian territory.
The Palestinian ambassador was surrounded by the other Arab ambassadors at the UN, but when he spoke, his Israeli counterpart was alone, apart from a photograph he said justified his army's actions. International law says that the use of lethal force needs to be proportionate. How can you say that using snipers with precision equipment against unarmed people is proportionate?
I'm very happy you're standing so close to me, because you can look at this picture. If we hadn't the IDF protecting our border, thousands of Palestinians would have crossed the fence yesterday. Wait, you asked the questions. They wouldn't have stopped at the fence. They tried to break the fence and cross the fence.
Kuwait is circulating a draft Security Council resolution calling for international protection for the Palestinians. That, though, is unlikely to go anywhere because the US has veto power. More important, I think, is a meeting of the UN Human Rights Council in Geneva on Friday. It has the power to set up an independent investigation. James Bays, Al Jazeera, of the United Nations.